Aloha! EA Tischler here with New Horizons Golf. Today I have a video demonstrating how we can deliver the club in the shoulder plane slot and still maintain a very square to the arc delivery and exit with the club face. I often hear instructors say that you have to deliver the club in the hip plane slot, which is the initial shaft plane that the golf club started at address, much like what Hogan did, Sam Snead did, great players like Mickey Wright. And because they did it, it's often argued that you have to do it that way, and that if you don't do it that way, you're going to run into this problem of the club face flipping over or closing that club face down way too much in the golf swing. Well, in my view, if you actually create the supination move or a very similar supination move to what Hogan did, you're going to find out whether you deliver the club in the hip plane slot, the torso plane slot like Mo Norman did, or the shoulder plane slot like I'm going to demonstrate in this video today, you're going to find that you can still deliver that club face in a very square to the arc manner. You can deliver that swing with a good rotational move through the ball, and during the exit you're going to see that club face stays very square to the arc. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at some swings here. I did a series of swings and I've copied them after they're in regular motion so you can see them in slow motion, and I've even cropped some still pictures along the way so that you can actually see these critical parts in the swing that we'll be talking about, so you can really notice how that move works and how you can deliver that club in a very square to the arc manner. Thanks. I hope you enjoy this video. As this swing progresses in slow motion, notice how the swing is being delivered in the shoulder plane slot. We can see in the transition I've transitioned right through the shoulder, the right shoulder. As it comes down, it's going to go down through that shoulder plane slot into an impact alignment that is lined up through the shoulder plane. There we can see still in the shoulder plane as we go into impact. Very square to the arc club face at this point. As the club exits, it stays square to the arc, and as we see it come out through the left shoulder and the follow through, we once again see that club face has not rolled over. We've eliminated the closure by having a good supination move all the way up to the finish. This one looks like a hold shot, much like we would see Hogan play. In this rehearsal swing, I'm actually rehearsing a transitional move and a supination from delivery into impact, much like Hogan would do, and feeling the exit with that club face staying very square. As this swing's replayed in slow motion, we'll see as I enter delivery, I've actually created a good supinating move, and as I'm entering into the impact, during delivery, that right forearm staying bent, the shaft is moving up, more through the shoulder plane. Once again, as we exit in the follow through, we can see that club face very square to the arc right now, and then we'll go ahead and just exit by rotating up to the finish, keeping that club face from rolling over, eliminating all closure in that swing. As the stroke recoils from the full follow through to the finish, we can also see that club face is still remaining very square to the arc. As this swing progresses in slow motion, we're going to see I stop the sequence right after impact. We're going to see that club face is very square to the arc again as it's exiting past the ball. There's no closure and rolling in the forearms at all at this point. The club face is square to the arc. It's going to continue to stay square as we move in the exit. We can see right now, club is exited on the shoulder plane slot. Club face is square to the arc. Again, I just simply rotate up to the end of the follow through. I recoil back into a finish, and that club face has stayed very square to the arc. We've eliminated all rotation. There's a large gap between my forearms throughout that whole exiting action. Once again, in this slow motion sequence, we're going to see as the club enters impact, the right forearm is bent, the shaft is being delivered in the shoulder plane slot. Just after impact, we're going to see that club face is still square to the arc. We've eliminated all closure because of the supination move. We're also maintaining a big gap between our forearms as we do this. The supinating move guarantees that you have a large gap between your forearms, that it eliminates the roll of the club face, and as we can see as I go into the full follow through here, I still have a big gap between my forearms. The forearms have never crossed over. They've never rolled over in the follow through. Reason being that I've executed a good supination move and I've rotated through impact with my body, delivering that swing with good rotation. Okay, one last swing here. As you can see, these swings have gotten progressively bigger. Wanted to show that you can perform this move in a partial swing. You can do it all the way up into a full swing as well. Once again, we're going to see this swing is going to be delivered, transitioned and delivered into the shoulder plane slot. As the club moves into impact, the right arm is bent, the shaft is in the shoulder plane slot, club face is square to the arc. Right after impact, we can see the club face is square to the arc again. As we continue to hold that supination move and rotate through impact, the club's going to exit in the shoulder plane slot with the club face square to the arc. All I have to do is continue to rotate from here. We're going to see a big gap between the forearms again, and no rollover in those forearms, showing that the supination move has worked and kept that club face square to the arc. Thanks for watching today. I hope this video shows you that you can deliver the club in either the shoulder plane slot in this example or even the torso plane slot, while using a good supination move to eliminate any rollover of the forearms and any closure of that club face through the ball. So if you want to deliver that club face in a very square to the arc manner, you can do it much like Hogan did, even if you're a shoulder plane slotter or a torso plane slotter. Take care, and hope to see you next time.